Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. G'day everyone and welcome back. As you can see, I'm putting the finishing touches on the VStrom. We're going to be doing our trip to the Dig Tree in the corner country, the Queensland outback, to be going up through Bourke and Cunnamulla, through Thargominda, and then down through towards Innamincka. And yeah, so the Dig Tree's in that area, not far from Innamincka, about 70 k's. So we're going to be doing a fair bit of camping and stuff. So as you can see, I've set up the bike. I'm going to go over the bike when I get up there. I'll go over the camping stuff, and there's been a lot of stuff that I've added to my kit because I've decided that for this trip I need to be bringing a fair bit of gear so that I can be self-sufficient. I've even gone to the extent of strapping on a couple of insulated eskies to the side of the bike. Don't care what it looks like. I needed to be able to carry some food and stuff like that. So having said all that, the bike isn't all that heavy. You know, I'll be probably carrying about 35 kilos of gear, so that's not too bad really. I've serviced the bike. I've checked my tyres over. The front one was fine, but I did decide to put a brand new rear on. These are 80/20s. Should do the job pretty well. So, and they're Midas tyres. I've found the Midas brand pretty good. Yeah, there was a little bit of tread left on the last tyre that was on, but I wouldn't have made it. I would have found myself looking for a tyre halfway there. So, and I've also mounted a phone mount here, and I'm going to be running the camera from an in-helmet microphone, and I've just been having so much trouble with the RF gain on the mic. In this camera, there's no way to set it to low, so I bought this little U-Butte jigger here where you can turn the RF up and down, they tell me. I tried it off the bike, doesn't seem to be working, so I am really going to be pissed off if it doesn't, because I've spent a fortune on different mics, and now that was a $50 item for a little peanut of a thing. So hopefully it'll work and it'll turn the RF gain down, and I won't have the problems of the mic distorting. Real pain, that is. So anyway, as you can see, I'm all rugged up. It's freezing here in northeast Victoria. I'm dying to get out of here. So we're about 5 weeks away from when the trip starts. So you know, I'm leaving on the 8th of July, and hopefully it'll be really good. Bike's running like a charm. Only got a couple of other things to put on it. I've got a sleeping bag, and I bought a fuel container, one of those bladders. It's a bladder type thing with an extra 6 litres, just to get me out of trouble if I need to, because there's a couple of distances there where I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm hoping to get 350 k's out of a 22 litre tank on this. Usually I can get well over 400 if I'm just travelling light with myself on it. So I'll be able to work that out on the way up. My first stop's Cobar in New South Wales. Next stop will be Cunnamulla. So by that time I'll know what I'm getting. Well, I'll know by the time I get to Cobar anyway. So looking forward to this, getting out of this freezing cold, and also to make up for the trip I didn't do to Noccundra and Cobar. And I've heard the roads are pretty bad up there at the moment still, so it's probably a good idea I dodged that one. Anyway, we'll catch you later, guys. Ooh. Sorry guys, didn't mean to scare you. It's been a long day. So I thought I'd just do this clip while I'm just before I retire. So what I did is I bought this U-Butte hammer map entitled Great Desert Tracks, and it's the eastern sheet. So it covers that part of Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, where I'll be headed. And it really is detailed, this map. It's got a lot of stuff on it that Google Maps haven't got, you know. It's got little things like that where you can instantly see servos, hospitals, whatever, and distances between towns, and also, you know, if anything happens to your equipment while you're out there riding, you've got something to fall back on. So this is the first thing I bought, and it was actually this I used to map out my route. Yeah, so I've been planning for this trip now for 3 months, and that's a really good way to do it, because you start planning early, you write a lot of stuff down, and along the way you will be amazed how much stuff that you will be able to cover. And what it does is it gives you confidence, because you realise after a while that you're pretty well equipped, and you know, come what may. And yeah, so I've added a lot to my kit. If I get a chance, I'll lay it all out before I finally pack the bike, and I'll give you a look at what I'm carrying. But I've lightened a lot of stuff up, and I've improved a lot of stuff. I'm starting to think that the trip that I organised to Cobar and Noccundra, I might have been a bit light on with gear, you know, like I was trying to travel light and that was the focus, but I think I missed a fair bit of stuff. So as you might see in the previous videos that I did of the VStrom, and anyway, that trip was cancelled because of, yeah, the pandemic and that sort of thing, and the flooding up there. So I'm a little bit better equipped for this one, so it should be good. Anyway, I'm knackered. I've been working on the bike all day, and did a bit of work on the Harley, so nighty night. G'day people, I just thought I'd do a little video, a pre-trip video, just to go over the bike. I was going to take it for a ride. As you can see, it's just, yeah, like it's about 1 degree. It's been like this for about the last week up here. We're 800 metres above sea level, so we get it, you know. And as you can see, there's sleet in that, bits of ice and all sorts of stuff coming down. So anyway, when this eases off, I'll go for a quick stint. What I'm trying to do is just check everything. I was going to go out on the gravel roads out here in the pine plantations and set the suspension on it. It's a little bit muddy, there's a bit of water about, so it'll give me an idea of what it'll handle like in this weather. So it'll pretty much be set up for when I head out in the desert. Hopefully it won't be wet up there. They're not predicting rain in a month's time. It's already it's 19 degrees up there, I checked. How's that? You know, that's only 20 degrees difference from here. So yeah, the bike's pretty much set up the way I'm going to be using it. I'm going to check my microphone and everything else to the helmet, which I've had a lot of dramas with. So if that's not working, I am going to give up. That's it. I'm not going to be using an in-helmet microphone. I'll just, at the end of my tether with it, spend a lot of money on it to try and get it right, and it just won't, you know. And I did see one guy who bought one of these on the internet, and he set it up same as I've got it, and it works fine. So I don't know, I might have got a bodgy unit, I don't know, but it's not going to happen. So anyway, once this eases off, I'll go for a bit of a stint, and the next video, the next full video you'll see will be of me taking off to the dig tree. So, and then that should be a good vid. Should be able to get some good footage up there, up in the desert, and obviously the trip up and back will be good. So check you later, guys. G'day guys, welcome back. I've decided to get out of the freezing cold weather and come up here and just throw this little clip in, just in regards to this new helmet I bought. I've been suffering with a pretty crooked neck, you know, and I spoke to my chiropractor about it, and he did ask me whether I ride and I wear helmets, and I said I do, and I do a lot. And he said that might have something to do with it. And the helmet that I usually use for my adventure riding is this Bell MX9, which is a good helmet. Not a thing wrong with it, and it's pretty comfy. It's a bit noisy, but it's pretty comfy. But when I get off the bike, boy oh boy, you know, my neck, it's just so sore. And I never realised how heavy this helmet was. With the Bluetooth and everything that I had set up on it, it was close on 2 kilos. Yeah, so it weighs 1.8 kilos on its own, as you see it, you know, with the visor and everything else. And for my neck, at my age, it is way too heavy. I do have other helmets, and I do have this one here, which is a Bell Bullet, and it's a carbon. And I've never had a sore neck when I've been wearing it, but I wear this on the Triumph bikes because it suits, you know, suits the bike and all that. So great helmet. That would only weigh 0.8 of a kilo, so that's 800 grams. That's pretty good. So that's what prompted me to look for another helmet, because I'm going to go for a fairly long trip, as you know. So I didn't want to be stuck with a helmet and a crook neck, you know. So I had a look around. They're very expensive. I like a bargain, so I got on Gumtree and had a look. And this helmet here came up. It's called a Nishua. That's the brand. And I'd never heard of them before. Apparently they're a German helmet, designed in Germany. And there's only one company that'll export them to Australia and America and the Western countries. Anyway, I decided to pull the trigger on it, and boy oh boy, I'm really happy with this. It is so comfortable. Not only that, it only weighs 1.064, so that's a kilo and a smidgen, not even 1100. So it's not even 1.1. It's just a ripper. It's quiet. It's twice as quiet as the Bell. It came with the clear screen, a tinted screen, the peak, that's all removable, so it just looks like a street bike helmet. So very, very good. So with the Bluetooth on it, it weighs 1.3, and I'm really happy with that. So have a look. It's a German designed helmet. It's probably made in China, but it's a very good quality helmet, very comfortable. So glad I got it. It had only been worn once. The guy sold it because it never fitted him properly, and what a shame for him. But and I got it at a really good price. Very happy with that. So there you go. It's called a Nishua Super Light Carbon, and it's an Enduro Carbon. That's its name. So look that one up, guys. You might be lucky. You might find one. This is the one I'm taking on the trip. Bye for now.